The future is in our hands. So what are we going to create? Are we going to create a load of shit? Or are we going to create beautiful things? I've just been to the beach. I've just met the most beautiful, beautiful little being. Little boy, 13 months. There with his family, and his little feet out. And he's on the beach. He's got dirty little feet, you know. I just looked at him and I thought, oh, like, it could have brought me to tears, honestly. His face was just lit up with a smile. His energy was like so relaxed and so chill and so beautiful. His mum and dad were so gorgeous. I don't mean physically, like, I mean their soul, their energy, who they were. They were just so relaxed and at peace and content. And it made me think about sharing this message today about how we are responsible for, you know, bringing in beautiful beings to this world. We are responsible, and there has been, and there will continue to be, until we wake up, a lot of irresponsible behaviour when it comes to having kids. I don't know, many of you might know, might not know, but I used to teach I'm now 33, from the age of 18 to 33. Across the years, I've worked with kids in school settings, in home settings, as a nanny, as an au pair, as a governess, as a full-on teacher, 36 kids on my own. You know, I've done the one-to-one, the minding twins, the minding of babies, 2 babies at once, 3, 4, the most I did was quadruplets. Anyway, the list goes on, right? I could talk about that all day. But the point is, and what I've noticed, the pattern, this is the pattern, okay? How the parent reacts, how the parent shows up in life, how the parent is in their own being, if the parent is happy, if the parent is content, fulfilled, if the parent has self-love. This will show in the child from as young as day dot, from the minute they're born, from 0 to 7, roughly, around about, you know, but they're like baby sponges and they soak up everything. Now, if you know that everything is energy, like it is, you would act very differently with your children than you would if you didn't know. Granted, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect here. Even when I have kids, which won't be too long, next few years, I should imagine, I'm still going to be working on myself, right? I'm not perfect. I'm going to be going and growing through stuff. There's going to be times where I get angry. There's going to be times where I'm tired and pissed off. And that's normal because you're human, right? But one of the issues that needs to be addressed in the world right now is people are having children for the wrong reasons. I love children, right? I know I was born to be a mother, and one day I will be, right? But I'm 33, and have I had a child yet? No. Have I wanted to? Yes. But at that time, it wasn't the right timing because I still had growing to do. I believe we have to earn the right. We have to earn the right to have a child, because guess what? When you have a child, that child relies on you for everything. So the problem that has gone on and that still goes on to this day, which needs addressing, is the fact that people are having children for the wrong reasons, for selfish reasons, for reasons where they're trying to fill a void within themselves, and they think, oh, I don't love myself, I feel insecure, so if I have a child, that child's going to give me love. It doesn't work that way, because you then end up attracting a man and bring that man into your life that's a complete dickhead to your child, and your child sees the guy being a dickhead to the child, to themselves, and to you, and sees you with a lack of self-love for yourself, and will mimic that, and will follow that, and will think that's normal. Well, my mum just does this, and my mum just does that, so I'm going to do it. And they won't say it to you, they'll just follow you. When I used to teach in schools, okay, and I used to do the parents' evenings, and obviously I've spent a lot of time with these children, each child, as a collective, as a group, but I kind of get a gist of what the kid's about, what the child's about. And the thing is, it all makes sense when that parent walks in and sits with me, and I can tell within seconds. And it's kind of like a dog and their owner. Do you know what I mean? And it sounds like rude, I'm calling people dogs. I'm not. We're not dogs. I'm just saying, like a dog and their owner match generally 9 times out of 10. So do children and parents. You can see there's a spit and image, and they act the same. They've got a similar behaviour. They have a similar energy. And a lot of the time, it's not the child's fault. There's children at school that are so naughty. They are naughty kids, and sometimes they are just naughty. Sometimes they are, right? And it's not the parents' doing, and I understand that. But sometimes it is. Sometimes the parent has had a child for the wrong reason, and that child is suffering, and that child is showing negative behaviour in social situations like school because of the fact that it's not receiving the emotional, spiritual, intellectual support that it needs at home. So it comes to school, this poor child comes to school, and it doesn't know right from wrong, left from right, their arse from the fucking elbow, okay? They can't even sit still. And this is the problem. So what do we need to do as a collective, right? Before you have children, decide, am I a good role model first? Would I want someone, a little child, to copy my behaviour as I am right now, right this point? If the answer is no, you're not ready to have children. That's a hard pill to swallow, isn't it? I think a lot of people watch this and go, oh shit, maybe I wasn't ready. But maybe you weren't. But you know what? You've learned, you've grown, and hopefully your children have helped you to learn and grow, but you've also helped them. And it's all a learning curve. Nobody is perfect. I've got hair in my face. Nobody's perfect. And I'm not saying you're wrong for having children before you were ready, because we're not here to be perfect. We're here to learn and grow. Life is a school. Earth is a school to learn on. You're a soul within your body, and you're learning and you're growing. You're not here to be perfect. You're not here to do it all right, because there is no right way. But if you think of this logically, if you're not a good role model and you're not really happy within yourself, if you're not really feeling love for yourself and love for life and passion for life, how do you expect to have a child, birth a child into the world, and expect that child to be happy, passionate and loving? Because we're all born innocent, right? But if your behaviour and your energy is off, when you're pregnant, the baby can feel it, and when you have the baby knows it. If you're stressed, if you're one of these parents that's like, every time your child like moves 2 feet ahead of you, right, in the street, you're like, come back, and the child's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? And it's like, okay, and the child's shitting itself. You know, what do you think it's going to be like growing up for it? I see 2 different types, right? You have one that says, go on baby, get out there, have fun, enjoy the day. You have the other side of the fence that go, be careful, you make sure you come back home in one piece, you be careful, because, oh, it's a big black dark world, scary, nasty, fucked up place out there, and you better fucking be careful. You know, I'm sure they don't swear, but I'm just saying. So you've got A and you've got B. Think about it. Which one's going to work better? Okay? Which one's going to work better? I'm scared, I'm fearful, I think everything's bad, and in my life since I've grown up, everything's been shit. That's what's going on in the parent's mind. I was abused, I was hit, I was hurt, I was cheated on, I got sacked from my job, whatever story you're telling yourself. Yeah, not that it's not true, I've had shit happen too, but this is what's playing in your mind, and that energy gets projected onto your child. Whether or not you say it to them or not, if your mind's running that story, your child's picking up on it. Don't kid yourself, okay? People ain't gonna like this video, some people, but I don't really care, because I'm here to shine a light and shine a beacon on what needs to be addressed, because this is one of the things. And before you carry on and think I'm pissing you off, I'm not perfect, so don't go there, okay? Children need role models. Children need you to love yourself. They need you. They want their mother to love themselves. They want their mother to be happy. They want their mother to be doing stuff that brings them joy. So when they come into the world, they look at you and they think, ah, oh, yeah, that's what it should be like. That's what I'm going to be like. Because they're looking up to you. Who else are they going to look up to? They're with you 24/7. You know what I mean? Who else are they looking at? They're looking at you. You. So, yeah, this family were beautiful. I said to them, oh my gosh, I said, when I have a child one day with my partner, I said, that is baby goals right there. Because I'm an empath, I do readings, my intuition's on point, I can feel stuff, yeah. I just have an inner knowing, and I know that that little boy is going to grow up to be a beautiful little soul. He already is. He's going to shine his light so bright, it's unreal. And those parents are doing the best for him. They take him out into nature all the time, bare feet, you know, running free, picking up sticks, picking up dirt. That is the way to raise a child. The child needs to be out in nature. We are human beings that like to be out in nature. We are real, living, breathing, feeling creatures. We need nature. We need it like we need oxygen. Okay, so keeping kids in little pens or with like devices constantly, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. There's studies been done, there's proof, there's everything that shows that the child will be affected by what they view and what they see and what they take into their being. So get your kids in nature, let them be free. Stop fucking freaking out every 5 minutes just because they looked in another direction, and allow them to feel the joy that they deserve to feel. Stop restricting them, allow them to be free. I watched this little boy today, and this little boy was fucking radiant. His smile, he was so happy, he was so beautifully just being. His soul was like shining like a freaking beacon, like a, oh, he was loving life. And guess what he was doing? He was on his own with his parents, no other kids, toddling about, picking up dirt, picking up sticks, and he was running up to people and smiling and just being an example. You know, he wasn't doing anything specific, he was being an example. Now imagine if that boy was in the hands of other parents, right? Parents that don't know how to love themselves, parents that don't know how to respect themselves, parents that get into relationships that are abusive because they don't have the value within them and they don't know their own value, they don't know they're worthy, so they attract people that treat them like shit. Okay, this little boy was such a beautiful being, and imagine if this boy was in the wrong hands. Okay, and I see it, and we see it. I don't see it in real life, fortunately, but I have a YouTube, we have access to YouTube. I do now more than ever because I've got my own channel, but I see videos of these kids and they have just been, unfortunately, you know, grown, put into difficult hands and troubled hands from a young, from the day they were born. They didn't really stand a chance to live a fulfilled, happy life, and they're just literally surviving that. They're mentally tortured, they're emotionally tortured, and they're just surviving. So what do we do as a collective? What do we do as people that are living and breathing right here, right now on this planet? What do? We think twice before having kids. We think, am I actually ready? And I don't mean, are you horny? Do you love your partner? Are you in a space where life has a gap in it? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, are you, the best version of you, ready to show up for your child and be an example? Would you want your child to be like you? If the answer is no, don't have kids. It's as simple as that. Okay. On that note, I'm going to go because I've got creative things to do. Have a beautiful day.